welcome back to Toya DTV. Toya DTV. All right, y'all, we are talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 4, Episode 9, Housewarming, Cold Shoulder. Y'all, so this episode starts off with where it ended last week. It starts off with Tisha confronting Marsau about the rumors that her mom brought to her about him being in a bed with somebody or, being somewhere he wasn't supposed to be. Marsau says that the world that we live in, accusations are accounted for as receipts. In some instances, it is, but that don't make it fact. Like, it doesn't make it fact. He did admit to Tisha that he was in Atlanta on January 4th and he was with a friend, he said. Then he said he met a friend there. He said him and a friend went out for dinner. Tisha said, who is we? I wish they had not edited this conversation. They edited the conversation and it kind of threw the context off. We don't know what Marsau said before she said who is we, because what he said before that is not what she said. So they edited that part out for some reason. But anyway, he said Chris Fletcher. That's who he met there or went to dinner with or whatever. Now, in this moment, Marsau and Tisha are really having a heart to heart, and Tisha is about to crumble under the pressures of, I'm tired of hearing accusations. I'm tired of your name being brought up. I'm tired of people coming to me. I'm tired of people coming to you. And she is about to break. You can see it in her body, her face, everything. Her spirit is already broken. So Marsau tells her, look, for real, I don't want anything from you other than to believe in me. Understands what he wants, but she can't understand. She says she feels like people are intentionally trying to break up a young family, a young marriage. I have to disagree because I don't think people are intentionally trying to do, well, some people probably are out here intentionally trying to do that. But at the end of the day, the way I see it is if your husband did not entertain these things the way that he does in a playful, yet I'm going to play in your face kind of way, I don't think people would be on that bandwagon. And if she would have never started lying about it not bothering her, I don't think it would have taken the fire that it's taken. The fact that Marsau think everything's a joke and he wants to play about everything is one of the reasons why everybody's watching their marriage. He even plays when she asks him a serious question. So it's not all about the blogs and what's being posted. Your own husband plays in your face. So you can't put it all on the blogs. And I'm just being honest about that. And she's pointing out, why is a good marriage such a bad thing? It's not. It's the way y'all are handling being on TV. It's the way y'all are handling these real relationships in front of a camera. It's y'all's reaction to what people are saying and posting. You should have a PR person at this point. Like, you should not be in a place where you are physically the one who is taking all of this in. Like, let them deal with it. Put out, like, if something really hurtful comes out or whatever, put out a statement and leave it at that. And it's sad because if Tisha says that she's hurt by it, and it's so sad because a couple of episodes ago she was saying she wasn't bothered. We knew it was a lie. I guess she's going through the motions. She's 1 minute not bothered, the next minute maybe she is bothered. Next we see Maurice and Kimmi, and Martell is coming in, and they are basically sitting down to tell Martell he's not invited to the housewarming, and they're doing it in a professional way. They are, hey, let's sit down like adults and talk about what's happening here. So he comes in. To me, he was super cheesy coming in. He's coming in amped up, but almost on some, hey friends, hi guys, I have to find somebody to film with type of situation. It's just, I don't know. To me, he was just happy go lucky, and it was like a little weird. He can be happy, but he was, oh, it looks different in here, the floors, and how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Like, it was a little bit corny to me. Anyway, the conversation boils down, hey, you, Martell, is not invited to Jaylin's housewarming because at the end of the day, you feed into stuff that's not truthful. You feed into stuff that's meant to be a funny when it's not. You feed into things that don't have anything to do with you, and in reality, you could keep yourself out of them. So for that reason, Kimmi's not feeling Martell. He's not going to be there. He's not invited. On the flip side, Martell feels like, hey, I'm not even the one who made the post. I just posted a comment. So he feels like she should be looking at Marsau and not him. She did the same thing to Marsau though. So I mean, she's just checking everybody, and she did tell him that. But anyway, end of the conversation. They don't squash the beef. He know why he's not gonna be there. He's not gonna take it personal, and he's gonna just do him. Next, we see Destiny and Tiffany. They are at like a trampoline bounce park or whatever, like indoor one. We do get to see her baby. We see, well, the back of his head most of the time. Tiffany and Destiny just kind of hanging out there talking. And Tiffany says that her and Louis' idea of a date night is to just sleep in and lay on the couch and do nothing. And because they work really hard. And I'm like, ooh. In a marriage, that's never good. If all you can do is work and you don't have time to even invest time into your relationship, that's a hard one. And usually that doesn't end very well. So Destiny brings up the Galentine event. They rehash that, like what happened. Tiffany told her, like, you kind of irritated Stormy and then she blew up. So Destiny's taken back by it. In this particular situation, I'm in agreement with Destiny because there was a conversation with Destiny and Mel and that had nothing to do with Stormy. But Stormy's trying to get an understanding of what was going on. So I can understand that, but not in the way that she did it. So Destiny felt like at that point she kept asking her the same question over and over. So she felt like she was being pushed in a corner. I believe anybody would in that situation. She does regret the way that she acted at that event. So we have basically gotten to Jaylin's housewarming party, and we see Kimmi, Jaylin, and Maurice. They're all there waiting for everybody to arrive. And Destiny's the first one there. So she's actually on time. Everybody else is late. And apparently she's in a better place. She's in good spirits. She's ready for whatever. And Kimmi says good because everybody's going to be there. I felt like that was a little slick. And this, you know what, this particular past couple of episodes, I had a couple of y'all message me and be like, Kimmi is messy. I see it now. I see it because she's doing a lot of things that I feel like she would not have done a couple of seasons ago or, even last season. Now it's like she is putting herself in situations she doesn't have to be in. And she's trying to force people to reconnect on a level that they don't feel that they're on. Kimmi is being forceful with these friendships that she's trying to get people to have. I don't like it. And the fact that she invited Wanda, I have to think to myself, okay, we all know what Wanda's going to come with. I'm sure Kimmi knows what Wanda's going to come with. So a part of me is like, okay, Toya, this is a show. Did the producers tell her to invite Wanda? I would love to know the answer to that, but I do not know the answer to that. If they did tell her to invite Wanda, okay, cool. But her explanation for inviting Wanda was a little bit suspect because it's like, you're saying these people are in a better place with Wanda. No, but in my life, I will never be in a better place with Wanda if she ever came at me the way she comes at them. Because it's a matter of her stating her opinion as it's fact, which is what she always does, or she'll ask a question and flare up from there. That's a little unrealistic to me, and it seems very showish. Anyway, Jaylin is asking about the acres that they purchased because we haven't heard anything about it in a while now. Well, according to Maurice, Kimmi wants a restaurant on there and a restaurant and event space, he said. Well, according to Kimmi, that's not what she asked for at all. It's sad because I feel like Kimmi is in a one-sided relationship. They match each other in the bedroom or whatnot or whatever. But as far as intellectually, I think Kimmy's on her own. He thinks so totally different, and he believes that he knows what's best in general, like for when it comes to anybody. So he told her he can read her mind and all this and all. Those Scott brothers are a trip. Martell calls and want to wish Jaylin, congratulations on getting his place. And I did like the brotherly support, brothers supporting brothers and uplifting them because it is hard out here for black men. It really is. So the fact that, regardless of what goes on, those men are going to make sure that Jaylin and all the upcoming boys know how to run businesses, know how to get their hands dirty, know the strategicness of planning and plotting and building and all of that. I think that's a wonderful gem to have in your family or even have a connection to. Tiffany and Lou come in for 2 seconds just to say, hey, we stopped by, but we got, another engagement. In that little bit of time, Tiffany manages to tell everybody Martell is planning a guy's trip back to Atlanta and all of this. Tiffany is the bone carrier, okay? Tiffany telling everybody's business to everybody. And it's a little messy, but I guess, look, nobody's checked it yet, so I guess that's her role on the show. Next, we see Mel and Stormy and Courtney, who is Stormy's husband. They all arrive together for Jaylin's housewarming. They come in, they're warm, they're welcoming, and everything looks cool and kosher. The only face that's tore up is Destiny's, which I really don't get it, but because I can see somebody I don't like and not be bothered. They get there, And Kimmi wants to talk with Stormy. Stormy's down for it. She wants to talk to Destiny. Okay, are they down with talking with each other? They're both down. Okay, cool. Kimmi is back trying to get these women to talk again. Kimmi, let it go. Let it go. At this point, it's sickening to watch her keep going after these women who do not want to talk, who don't want to be cordial, whatever the situation is. I don't get it. So when they sat down, they went into a separate room, and Stormy's just like, look, the way I see it, you don't know me deep enough to have any real ill will towards me. So I was a little confused because you were just texting me about sponsorship and business information. When I heard that, I was like, hold up. Hold up. Destiny, you mean to tell me you asked this woman for a sponsorship, then you turned around and did all of that? You got to learn how to separate personal and business. And whenever you are doing business with somebody, it's always business. Never take it to a personal level when you are trying to do business with someone. Whenever y'all see each other, it need to be business conscious. Unless everybody's just saying, hey, this is a free weekend, we just gonna wild out. Be careful what you do around people. That's all I say. Like, Destiny didn't debunk that, so it had to been true. Basically, she was saying, look, I was giving you back the language you were giving me, basically the energy you were giving me, which was hood. I ain't even gonna lie, it sounded hood to me too. It sounded like she was ready to pop off, but it didn't. It kind of looked like she was just running her mouth. It didn't look like she really wanted to fight. But the way Destiny looked like she's set up, she's just like, look, you're not gonna keep talking, especially trying to talk over me when I'm trying to talk to somebody else. That's how that thing spiraled out of control. And Destiny was trying to explain, and she ended up saying, sweetie. Stormy don't like that. My name not sweetie. Don't call me that. That's rude. Don't call me that. So Destiny feels like that's just how she communicates. Really, you can communicate without doing that, but it wasn't like a punch to the gut. She just said sweetie, which is a little prick, you know. But Stormy just not having it, and it is what it is. Destiny gets up, leaves out the room because she feel like she can't have the conversation with her. They're just not compatible. Tisha and Marsau arrive at the party, and at this point, Tisha needs the bathroom, so she left the room. At this point, it's Mel, Marsau, and Maurice in the room. Y'all, the same way these two men were laughing and joking about Mel and Martell, how they talked to Martell lately, and Mel is like, what you telling me about that for? The same way they kept laughing and joking about that, it's the same way they were joking about Tisha cousin. And Tisha says she won't laughing and joking. Honey, I can see it. They joke and play with everybody's relationship. Everybody's. Marsau jokes on his own relationship. Oh, am I supposed to drink to being happily married? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Like, they're just dumb. They're childish. They are very childish to be men of a high level education, high level experience, businessmen. They are very immature. I don't put nothing past it. I believe they were talking about Kiki and her situation. I do. And I believe Tisha was right there laughing about it. So when they get to talking about Martell, Mel's face is completely priceless. When Mel starts, when somebody mentions Martell's name and they're trying to be funny, I believe in Mel's head, she is counting to 10. And she's going, like, she's about ready to jump on somebody. I can see, and she keeps this really calm face. This really calm, straight face, because they want to play games. She's not in the mood. She already know what they come with. They're just ignorant and stupid. So she's like, why would you do that? Why would you talk to me about him? That has nothing to do with me. Like, why? And they're just trying to poke her buttons, and she's not going for it. Y'all, what was Mel sitting on? Like, what was that? It's like, I don't know if it was sitting up high, so I didn't think it was a bench. I don't know what it was. But anyway, she was sitting on that thing like it was her throne, honey. She's like, but anyway, I love how Mel handles herself when she's getting mad. Like, she just gets that straight face. In walks Wanda, honey. Wanda walks in along with Kimmi's friend Patricia. She chucks it up all in the beginning. Hey, I've been to your house, and oh hey. She's saying hey to everybody, being friendly, being cool. As soon as she sit down to start eating, and apparently she sat beside Patricia, immediately she's going at Patricia. Patricia told her, look, me and Tisha don't have no issues unless you bring them. Oh, that's all it took for Wanda. I'm here to bring the issues, because if Tisha ain't willing to deal with y'all, I'm here to deal with y'all. I got a problem with everybody in this room. Every one of y'all has been talking about my baby. I'm like, this lady is pathetic. What's even more pathetic is the fact that Tisha keeps on telling her mom about this stupid mess that if she's already handled, why are you telling your mom this stuff? And then she gonna get up and try to stop her in the midst of this rant that she's going on, which is just dumb. If you don't want your mom acting stupid and saying stuff, maybe you need to stop telling her stuff. It's really that simple. I don't want you to get into it with nobody. Oh, ain't nobody getting into it with me. Because if they want to get into it with me, they can shake a bone and get a hell on. Like, that is all. And then, so after she told everybody how she felt, bitches can't even buy shoes in a box. They think they can come for me. Can't even buy shoes in a box. But she's just off. She's off mentally. And that is the sad part about it. Like, she doesn't see anything wrong with what she's doing, or either don't care. I mean, a lot of people live like that. But it is what it is. There is no way Wanda would step to me in that way and get any respect from me. Period. Now, I might not disrespect her off top, but it would not be a situation where I'm later inviting you to something, or I'm hanging around and talking to you like we didn't have a conversation that led to an argument, disagreement, you fussing, cussing, whoever. It's not that simple. Like, I get that it's TV, and I feel like maybe the producers asked her to be invited, but it's not realistic to me. And it kind of turns me off, because in real life, I don't think that would be happening. Especially now, over and over, like Jaylin said, yeah, everybody loved me and supported me at my graduation party. And that was a real blow up. So it's like, at some point, you got to draw the line. So when do you draw the line? She shouldn't have been there, period. Tisha know her mama. Kimmi know her mama. And the fact that she invited her anyway was like, okay. Kimmi was like, no, ain't gonna be no bitches. Ain't gonna be no bitches. You're not gonna talk to my mom like that. Not in my house. So Jaylin's trying to stand his ground. But Wanda is coming back in there where Kimmi's at to talk some more crap, apparently. So they're probably gonna end up getting put out or whatever. But I don't know. To me, this seems a little fake and phony. It don't seem realistic. So I'm a little disappointed in this episode. But y'all, that was basically it. How do y'all feel about Tiffany? Tiffany running all the news to everybody about everything. About everything. So how do y'all feel about it? Let me know. And I'll see y'all in the next episode. All right, y'all. Until next time. Bye.